Hello, writers! This week, I am bringing you something all new, the StoryWorks Writing Tip. We will be alternating the StoryWorks Roundtable podcast with writing tips. These tips are short and sweet, and you can apply them to your craft immediately. This week, I'm talking about plot and the short story. Next week, we'll be back with the new episode of the StoryWorks Roundtable, and then you've got another writing tip, so keep listening, keep writing, and enjoy. Not so long ago, on the StoryWorks Roundtable, Catherine and I were talking short stories. She said she was reminded, while listening to the StoryWorks reading series, that to write a short story, she had to find a short plot. Something, quote, that is small enough that you can do it in that shorter form without my brain spinning it into this massive, colossal thing, unquote. That got me wondering how many writers who predominantly practice long-form fiction feel that way. Like if they sit down to attempt writing a short story, they can't get anywhere with it because they instantly spin it into a complex arc with multiple POVs and a romantic subplot. I have encountered a few coaching clients with that problem. When I direct them to write a short story, to let us practice different aspects of craft and also to complete a project in short order, I find myself saying, yeah, that's a great premise, but it's turning into a novel. The challenge and the beauty of the short story is that the form demands we go deep and not broad. A floodlight can be powerful, but only a laser can cut through steel. Narrow your focus. I coach these clients narrow, narrower, even narrower. When I sit down to a short story, I don't actually think about plot. The short story is not crafted around an arc the way a novel is. It is crafted around a moment. It pivots in a tight space. It has a minimum number of characters, small time frame, reduced settings, and makes a singular point with the reader. The power packed into this small word count comes not from what is on the page, but from how what is on the page affects the reader. What the short story does so well is it demands the reader continue to do the work of unpacking the story after it is ended. The next time you read a short story that you really enjoy, notice how long you think about it afterwards. Notice what you have been left to ponder and decipher and how enjoyable that lingering is. Then, when you sit down to draft a short story, don't think about plot. Think about focus. Think about pivot. Think about the effect you want the reader to carry away from the end of your story. This is a StoryWorks writing tip, and I'm Alita Winternheimer, author, editor, teacher, and podcaster. Want more on short stories? Check out episode 203 of the StoryWorks Roundtable podcast, or visit storyworkspodcast.com and put short story in the search field. If you enjoyed this writing tip, please give me a thumbs up, share it, and leave a review. And say hello. I love to hear from you.